on how you guys doing? Hope you're gonna have an awesome day today. Arrowverse, if you ever did, you do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe. All you gotta go ahead, push that bell for notifications so you can get scoop my news, upcoming videos. It's gonna be a recap video of The Flash season 9 episode 1. I know it's so awesome. This is gonna be a mouthful though, people. Just to let you know. Alright, you guys ready? I can't believe a big player at the ending we finally get to see has come here. Alright, so first off, we're at Docks, Central City. This is a lava monster causing mayhem, destruction, and chaos. All of a sudden, the Flash comes out of nowhere and saves the day, technically not alone. He thunder strikes with the lightning bolt at the lava monster, and of course inevitably hits him right in the back, and to get his attention. And yeah, he most definitely did get the lava monster's attention. When it struck him, he turned around to face Barry. Barry was about to go to phase 2, but he gets a little quiet warning saying duck and get out the way. Because we see a frost blast blow right at the lava monster, cooling him down. It's Frost. I was surprised. Frost is actually here? I guess this is I don't know what to call it. Probably to be continued on story. But then we see a device drop on the ground. Okay, let me explain this. This device is actually manufactured, and it's like a shield that captures any kind of meta, courtesy of Chester. He's the one who built the device. Then the lava monster is flying up high in the air, and that's because of Cecile's powers. Yeah, she is super powerful right now. I'll get into that in a moment's notice. Then he gets struck by gamma rays, courtesy of Super Saiyan Allegra. Meanwhile, Joe actually gets a pulsarizer cannon. This pulsarizer cannon, okay, apparently, if you shoot it at any single kind of meta, it depowers them. When it depowers them, it takes them back to their vulnerability, meaning like their human stage. But they could be able to get their meta powers back in time, unless the Flash puts meta cups on that criminal, which he luckily did in time. So Barry's reminiscing and saying, "You've been defeated by Team Flash, what, the second time?" And this guy says something eerie. He says, "Actually, you failed. Team Flash is dead." And we see Frost. She plays a guilt trip on Barry, says that, "You didn't even save me. You didn't even try to come save me." Then the criminal behind Barry ends up dying somehow. So does Frost. She ends up dying the same way. I automatically knew that something weird was happening here, because Allegra and Chester did say the same thing. You're not a hero. You failed the city. And also, not to mention, Joe and Cecile. Joe, on the other hand, says, "It's true, son. I'm sorry, but you failed. You're not fast enough not to save all of us." Joe and Cecile end up dying. As soon as they end up dying, Barry turns around and sees the love of his life, Iris. And he tells Iris, "Iris, please, don't go. I cannot lose you." And she says the same thing to Barry. And she ends up dying in his arms again. I know. Poetic ending. No, it's not the ending, because that was a nightmare. Now we know in the trailer what nightmares Barry was having at the moment. I'm pretty sure Barry didn't get enough sleep that night right there. And so when they both woke up, basically, they think that they're going to have a pretty good day. But I want you guys to remember something if you're watching this video. Pay attention and remember, Wednesday, February 1st, 6 a.m. Remember this. Okay, so Barry's done taking a shower, and now he's off to CCPD. But first, he tells Iris, "Say the word yes today." Then, back at Star Labs, throwing a football through a tire. Let's just say that Cecile is trying to harness her powers, but it's going slightly well a little bit. She's going to need a lot more training, though, in order to, I guess you could say, take full control of her powers, but it's not helping at the moment. But Chester does say this: "If you learn to harness your powers, you'll be one of the most powerfulest metas within Team Flash. Joe, he's thinking about something, but Cecile can't factor what he's thinking right now. Something's troubling Joe right here. And I'm pretty sure I know what's going on, too. So, she's going back to training, working Central City Citizen Media. Now, I guess you could say Allegra is addressing Iris that everything's fine, everything's normal. But she says that Catco, Graham, she wants to buy the company, Citizen. I know, Catco. I'm not going to give any spoilers. I'm not going to say who Catco is. Hopefully you guys did say that. Figure that out. So Allegra says all you had to do is say the word yes. And that triggered Iris. Iris knows that's what Barry told her what to say. Something's going on, she thinks. That's why she left. CCPD, Barry enters Christian Kramer's office. When he's inside Christian Kramer's office, he says, I'm ready. I would like to become the CSI's new director. And Christian Kramer says, that's a big shoes to fill in. Are you sure you're ready to fill in those roles as a Flash and director? Barry says, yes. She says, you got the job. AVP spots out a new player in town that's actually very, very dangerous, I might add. So, he's takes a conductor of this Templar machine, and let's just say that when the Flash actually gets there, he's not startled by the Flash, nor does he even care. So Flash says, you must be new in town. So, who are you? What should I call you? He says, don't worry about it, dumbass. But you could call me Captain. And he shows his boomerangs. And obviously Barry says, okay, you're the new Captain Boomerang, a rogue. So, what else happens is that, I guess you could say they play Neo in the Matrix. Yeah. Barry's dodging all these boomerangs. But these boomerangs are not like the original Captain Boomerang's boomerangs. His real name is Owen Mercer, basically, I could say. So Barry's getting frustrated. He throws the lightning bolt right at Owen. But Owen has a force field, and this force field redirects the lightning bolt, and it shoots at Barry non-stop. Blasts him all the way across onto some table door benches. Yes, and he eventually gets away. Something's wrong with this machine. I have no idea what's wrong with it, but Iris confronts Barry and says, how did you know that Cat Graham wanted to buy Citizen? He says he has a journal. This journal holds all the answers to every time Barry went to the future, time travel. Basically, he gathered up all this information and knowledge from it and wrote it down in a book. So at the same night, we see these particles, these purple particles come out of nowhere. All of a sudden, it spreads out the whole room inside the loft. And then when they eventually wake up, let's just say that Barry, he's obsessed with the journal, but Iris feels like she's repeating the same day over and over because the exact same words she heard was from the day before. And she's like, Barry probably did something. Barry goes inside Chris Kramer's office. She didn't even mention a word to him about becoming CSI director, so Barry finds that oddly strange, and he finds it strange that he has a face the same guy he fought the other day. So they dance, and they did the same thing, and let's just say that Iris came up to Star Labs, and she said, Barry, did you time travel? And he said, if I did, I didn't mean to. So it's either Barry time travel or something else happens. Then Barry gets angry, throws two lightning bolts. Boosh! An explosion happens. This explosion is something else catastrophic. Iris and Barry land up back in bed, and Barry says to Iris, I died. I died while I was facing Captain Boomerang, the new one. They look at the clock, Wednesday, February 1st, 6 a.m. They immediately go to Star Labs. They want to check their vital signs to see if there's time sickness inside of them. That's why they repeat it the same day over and over. But this is kind of like the particle accelerator. This device, particle accelerator, basically time travel. So when Barry threw two lightning bolts at it, well, one lightning bolt at the first time, it teleported him back. It's like Groundhog Day. Barry stole the ground fight device that Captain Boomerang was going to previously steal. So they think that they could fix time. And Iris, she's just going to go back to work and live. her everyday life. Then Chester tries to fix it, and kaboom! Wait, I think I have the same gaming chair as Chester has. Oh, okay. Anyways, they end up dying. Barry ends up dying. He ends up going back in the same bed with Iris. No matter what, how many tries, different ways, what they do, they always end up back in the same day. It's a time loop, basically. They live in the same day. They can't take it any longer. It's been, what, 15 days? Probably 50 days since the time loop. Oh, here's another explosion. It just happened. I can't even remember how many days it's been, because they've been going through this time loop so long. Iris is actually drinking Chardonnay, some wine, at 6 a.m. Yeah, in the morning. They're having a little argument. She's saying to Barry, I don't want to live by your journal. I want to live by my own choices. So Barry goes to see Cecile and Joe. And Cecile and Joe says, well, Iris wants to live by her own choices. You're going to have to respect that, and you're going to have to live with her. And Barry agrees. He burns the journal, and he says, we're going to live in this loop. Let's live it together. Let's live it like the best. So Barry goes to work with Iris. And then they end up going to a small little resort for a few hours to catch some high time. And after that, they actually go to CCPD to see Christian Kramer. And yeah, he gets a role as CSI director. Christian Kramer says, are you sure you're ready for this responsibility? Iris says, oh yeah, I'm sure he's ready. I'll keep him in line, especially because he's a Flash. And also, I'll be his backup partner. Because they both are going to take down new Captain Boomerang, which they inevitably did. She shot him with the polarized cannon, and I'm pretty sure he broke 3 ribs. 2 or 3 ribs, I'm pretty sure. Because he stopped fighting. He didn't even throw another boomerang. But he had intentionally planned. He has a detonator. He detonates the cellular parterator and disappears out of thin air. How did he disappear out of thin air? I'm still gonna try to get some details on that. But he only has 19 seconds to disengage it. He cannot move it. Barry cannot move the nuclear device because it's going to explode. He could phase it. So he phases the nuclear explosion, and boosh, the explosion is contained. Chester and Allegra finally kiss, and kind of awkward for them, but they accepted it. Now Iris and Barry are telling the whole Team Flash their story, their day-to-day life of what exactly happened. And Joe finally says to Cecile, we need to move out of Central City. And Cecile is shocked about that. Then, back at Star Labs, Barry gets a distress call on Caitlin's phone. He sees Keiynan and says, is that you, Keiynan, or Frost? She says, I'm neither. And she says, I'm sorry I had to call you on Caitlin's phone, but I need to tell you something. Barry says, if you're not Keiynan or Frost, who are you? Then we finally realize that he is not the brains. Red Death is the brains of the whole operation. Yes, we finally got to see Red Death. Oh my goodness, so we're not going to be able to see the suit. We didn't really see the suit yet, but he could fly. Red Death, I believe he could fly. It's crazy. Well, I can't say he, I'd say she, because Batwoman is actually Red Death. Spoiler alert, sorry. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are new, subscribe to Johns always, and yes, of course, I'll see you all in the next one.